Alrighty, no news today. So, I want to go on. We're gonna look at that candle range theory for sure. Look at these 4-hour charts and see if we have any SMT or anything, any fair value gaps we want to tap into. Okay, so from candle range theory yesterday, we do have a little thing going on here. If the candle range theory is accurate today, we are going to take out these highs here on the 4-hour, because we have candle, we have the candle close of the second candle, and then this is the third candle. We do have a liquidity point up here that I still think we're going to. Do we see? Do we have a little, wait. We kind of have SMT, but not really. This is still, it's above this, but this is above this as well. This was SMT, this candle here. This went lower, this went higher, and then this went higher, and then this is lower. I don't really use SMT like that, but let's see. On the downside, on the 4-hour, I think the target is here. But if it's true candle range theory that we backtested last night, it should be going up to here. So now we go to the 1-hour on both. And on the 1-hour, we do have this gap. So I think once we close above this gap, we're good to go. We want to let the 9 a.m. candle close, but also we get on at 9:50, so we'll just see. But if you're a candle range theory, this one already came up, swept, came down and swept, and went back up. So we really can wait for invert this for 1 hour for value gap if you want. ES, we did already inverse it. As you can see, this is NQ, this is ES. NQ, ES, we already inverted this gap. So, and we're closer to the highs on ES. So let's keep working our way down on our analysis. 30 minutes. 30-minute again on ES, we inverse this gap. We did not on NQ. We did invert this gap, took it down. 15-minute. It's looking good as well for buys. And then 5-minute, let's mark our macro time, 9:50 to 10:10. Like I said, if we're looking at the candle range theory, we're pushing up to these highs. So if you want to get in, we can wait to inverse this 5-minute to get in. And I think on the back testing tonight, I want to back test the silver bullet fair value gap strategy tonight. But I guess once we close above this, we can get in a trade if we want. So I think market, first of all, because it loves stop loss. 200 ticks is crazy. I'll actually dock this to the right so y'all can see. "34 seconds, and then the candle close on the 5-minute, and I think we're gonna go up to these highs. So I'm gonna play that. It's a little early, but I'm gonna play it. Yes, looks like it's pushing to those highs. Still waiting for the candle close above. We have 14 seconds. And it's strong displacement candles. Candle close. We need a candle close above. Got one. It didn't fill me. Yeah, it didn't fill me at all. And I don't know why. Maybe I can just... Yeah, it didn't fill me at market, which is very weird. Which obviously we've been hella drawn down by now, but it didn't fill me. I don't know why. I'm trying to refresh my paper trading. Oh, it did fill me. Now it filled me 3 times. See the shit? This is why I don't like. It did fill me. And now I'm in 12 contracts, which is crazy. Stop loss here. It's fake money, so whatever. But always refresh your trading view before you get in a trade. Way better entry though than way up here. The entry was above the fair value gap. Stop loss technically below this candle, maybe even just below this candle, but I'm gonna leave it where it is for now. So for those, this is the trade. For those who missed it, it technically was here. We got a worse entry. We got a better entry. I waited for the candle close above this on the 5-minute. I looked at the CRT, only 1 to 1.5 trade, or you can take it up to here for 1 to 2 if you want it. 4 hour pushing up, 1 hour pushing up. So candle range theory. This is the trade we're in. 12 contracts is a fuck ton. Yeah, I can move my stop loss up to make it a little better. Yeah, always refresh your trading view before you get on the charts. Clearly. Filled me 3 times. I have 4 contracts, that's why I had to refresh the page to see that. This is the trade we're in. I can close this. And for those who wonder why we're in buys, long wick on the 1 hour. We do want a candle close above this 1 hour, but on the 4 hour, we do have this candle range theory candle going, and that's why. We swept sell side of this candle, the range is above here, and then obviously we have highs, 4 hour highs right there that I thought we were gonna hit last week that we didn't. So we already came down this fair value gap already here, higher highs. Hopefully it doesn't take 4 hours to hit this, but hopefully it hits this in like an hour and then hits this one in 4 hours or something. But this is just testing this theory. I've been back testing it last night. We only had 1 loss last night, so I mean, we'll be real Gucci once we close above this fair value gap. But if we go down lower, we go down lower, but there's no signs of going down lower in my opinion. So we're in buys for the 4 hour highs. And we'll just see how it goes. If we get stopped out, we get stopped out. And we entered on an inverted fair value gap on the 5-minute. That's what we entered on. Now we could be wrong. I'm new to trading this. This is why you paper trades, you can trade new strategies that you back tested the night before and see if they work. And it looked like with our better entry, we still might get a loss. Technically, the stop loss should be below the swing low, but that's just a big stop loss. Like technically, this is the swing low for us to go in the opposite direction. This it's just not a good risk to reward. But cause I do that a lot. I put tight stop losses. It comes down, then goes my way. This is a big wick though, so I get it. I know I don't want to risk that much. But it still says risking for. No, it was 400 just for 4, so I'm probably risking what, 1,000 to make like 3,000 or something like that. Let's just see. This is a good thing about paper trading. You trade it seriously, but you're not super scared. You're just practicing, and then you review this afterwards. We had no red folder news today, only orange folder news. So, sorry, my camera is crooked. See why you have to have your stop loss low if it pushes up, if it keeps pushing. 12 contracts is ridiculous. I would not do that. I was only trying to do 4 micro minis, but my computer glitched. Because the goal is to catch the bottom. That's why it's a little scary if you get in, you wait for a right gap tap. The goal is to catch the bottom of the 1 hour candle pushing up, which this is still the 9 a.m. candle, and then catch the bottom of the 4 hour candle. And that's what we caught, the bottom of the 4 hour candle. Even though the new 4 hour candle starts at 10. So hopefully the 4 hour candle comes and then continues to push up. And hopefully it's not a CRT to go back down. Because it could be, because technically candle range theory is like, you want to sweep one side of the candle and go to the other side of the candle, but I feel like it happens more on the 1 hour, and the 4 hour is pushing to something. So it could be sweep the buy side of this candle to go lower to take the sell side of this candle too. So could be either way. But I'm feeling good about us going higher because of this point here, and then the fair value gap we already tapped into. So, and we can put back on ES actually and see what ES. Oh, ES is wicking down though. These are both the 4 hour charts. And we're in buys to take out buy side liquidity. That's what we're in. Paper trading, so again. Okay, now it's not looking good. It's looking like we're getting a CRT now to take out the 8 a.m. sell side. Or 2 a.m. sell side. 2 a.m. 6 a.m. and then we have 10 a.m. candle about to form in a minute and a half. But yes, look like it wants to take it. Like it wants to push. Some people only trade this. Some people only trade CRT, so. They say it helps them a lot, so I'm gonna YOLO it on the CRT. We back tested CRT last night on my live, and we only had 1 loss in like 10 trades, so it was a really good risk to reward. Obviously, back testing is a little different. Catching it in real time is also a different. So that's why you have to paper trade and practice these things. Okay, NQ looks like it does not want to go higher. We do have a nice stop loss for it to trade into. ES is pushing a little bit. it might be time to get in some sales if we do it, because like I said, technically candle range theory, I mean, there's different setups. That's the only problem with a lot of these concepts. There's setups where if we sweep the top of a candle, you want to catch, we swept the top side, catch it to the bottom. However, so that could be the trade now to look for sales. However, I just feel like liquidity is resting right here and has been for a week. And that's why I looked at buys, because even though we have, and then we have this 4 hour fair value gap we already tapped into. So really, once we candle close above this hourly fair value gap, we'll be better. And that's why I said sometimes you can just look at CRT, like mark out buy side, mark out sell side. However, yeah, this is a good trade. Technically, we got a liquidity sweep. You could have took it all the way down to here. It wouldn't have swept out the sell side of the 2 a.m. candle, but this is maybe a good move for you. ES looks like it's pushing, but we'll see. I think, like I said, sometimes you just need an overall bias. We can look at the daily too. Yeah, green candle, blue candle, indecisive candle though, and then liquidity is sitting right there. The daily though could come back into this fair value gap though. So the daily might be bearish. The 4 hour. So yeah, it's giving, it was the regular CRT to keep going lower, but who knows? Who knows? We can go on the 5 minute and also change our strategy. We don't even have an entry for sales yet. And that's the thing about inverse value gap. Sometimes I wait for the second candle to be made because we got it close, but then we got a long candle down to the downside. But technically with CRT, you could just trade liquidity to liquidity if you wanted to. And it looks like that's what we're getting. So here's the top of the 2 a.m. candle. Here's the bottom of the 2 a.m. candle. And then we took out buy side already. Yeah, up here in 8:30. So yeah, taking that's before our trade though. That's so basically the retap was just our entry for sales. Is what I'm getting to take it all the way to here. Yeah, that was the trade. I'm pretty sure. Especially on the 1 hour to be. This wick also got me too, this wick here. Yeah, I think we can close this trade. I do. Cause it's giving, yeah, regular CRT. Liquidity to liquidity. We swept this buy side. Looks like we're going to sell side here. And that's the turtle soup. You could have caught something like this. Well, let's see though. I'm not gonna sell and close my trade yet because, like I said, we just have this liquidity just sitting up here. But we do have that daily fair value gap. And but this is the turtle soup you took. Like I said, I don't even know which one is gonna play out today right now. I was confident in buys. Now I'm like, ooh. I'm still not stopped out though. We're pushing up a little. We're pushing up a little on ES, but we could go and take out this sell side first and then go higher too. So we did get an inverted value gap though. Not a great one, but now we're in the 10 a.m. candle. We also, it depends on the ranges you're looking at for CRT, because we got a candle range buy side sweep of this candle. So which is the midnight, no, the 10 a.m. to 2 a.m. candle. Let's see, that would be nice if it just did the liquidity to liquidity, because we have a 2 a.m. candle, 6 a.m., 10 a.m. Can't play music on my live trades anymore. I played it for like 2 seconds on the other day, and I got a copyright violation, obviously, because it was like real music, and then it couldn't monetize on YouTube. So since I live streamed to both YouTube and TikTok, I was on TikTok only, and then I could play music. But since I live streamed to both, it's pushing though. So you have to stop loss below the swing low. Let it play out. Yeah, you might have a big loss, but you gotta let it play out. And even again, I took buys for a CRT back to this upside, but we do have a regular turtle soupy thingy going on from the 6 a.m., 9 a.m. candle. So I just want to see how it plays out. Obviously, I'm in the buys, but some people could be in the turtle soup shorts. And I just want to see which one is stronger, because I don't really know. And I'm paper trading, so that's what I'm saying. If you don't really know, you're testing out new theory, you should be paper trading and back testing. I back tested this last night, really had one loss. ES was strong. ES already closed above this for value gap 2, and I think that's why I was strong. But NQ could be stronger to go down, so that's the only thing about S&T. I think ES is stronger to go up, but we also could sweep this on ES and not, and then reverse from there, which I hope, and then before NQ hits our profit. But then we'll know. That's why I watch S&T, because I'll know when to close the trade. Okay, so it looked like my bias was stronger. We're pushing back up now. That's why you had to have a stop loss below the swing high or swing low that was made at the reversal, because I always do this. I always do that. And I had my stop loss originally below this candle, and I moved it right when this candle came because of shit like this. I would have been stopped out, and it might go my way. So you have to have a big stop loss. And I said that, like, I'm no longer scared of big stop losses. I either have to just lower my contract size, because my original entry was here. I did not get filled. My original entry is way up here on the candle close above this fair value gap. My site glitched, and I wound up getting filled down here for a better entry, obviously, but this was my original entry. The candle close above this 5-minute fair value gap. So it has a lot of drawdown, which is not fun, obviously, so you make sure you have enough to not get liquidated if this is a $1,000 move, you know what I'm saying? But you have to have it below the swing low or swing high before the reversal, which sucks, no matter how late you get in. Say you get in the trade, you know, way down here to go lower, your swing high, your stop, like, we're not, until we break this high, we're not in an uptrend. Until you break this low, we're not in a downtrend. We are in a range. You have to break this high for us to be like, yes, our trade is valid, or to break this low to realize, okay, our trade is not valid. And if you're in sales off this turtle soup, we're both still in this trade. We're battling it out against each other, is what we're doing. So let's see. I would love for it to, again, break above this 1 hour fair value gap and or give me a market structure shift above the candle that I entered off of. That's what I'm looking for. And how I got that, again, candle range theory. We're about to close above this in the 4 hour, which I love. We have liquidity equal highs on the 4 hour and liquidity from last week. I thought we were going to hit 50,000 times and we didn't. We already tapped into a bullish fair value gap to go higher. We already swept this range here to the downside and had a wick up and had a wick up. So once we invert this fair value gap on the 1 hour, I'm feeling confident. So my bias looks like it's stronger, and the turtle soup people aren't stopped out for sales until we are up here as well. So we're still battling against each other. And for a minute, the sales were stronger. It almost came and stopped me out right there. It almost did. And my stop loss was tight. So someone said this, like, just trade CRT, just trade CRT. And I'm like, after back testing it, I'm like, maybe I will. Big stop loss, that's the only thing. Like, trading on a higher time frame, stop losses are fat and it's annoying, but at least your take profits are also fat, so. Who's in these buys with me? I'm sure no one took it because I took it as soon as I got on the chart. But yeah, we're in buys. We're hoping to take out, I'm just taking it here, but hopefully we can go here. This might take a while. We have 3 hours and 48 minutes in this 4 hour candle. I just want to watch it instead of watching the 5 and it being all choppy and stuff. Technically, like I said, the sell people, your stop loss is up here, which is also very fat. Take profit down here. This candle was the range, if that's the range you traded. That's why, like, candle range theory is good. However, like, I still think you need a little overall market bias. The daily, we do have that sell. We do have that strong fair value gap it could tap into, but I would love for it to come sweep this a little bit first and then come down into here. But the daily could technically take us into here, but also the next day could take us into here. So far the daily is kind of bearish, that's why we're fighting with the sells right now. I feel like the 4 hour is bullish, but we're battling it out. So we're not stopped out until this line, and they're not stopped out until this line. So we need to break out of this range. We either need to break above this for us to win, break below this for them to win, and then they'll take it. Or their target is our stop loss, so that's actually nice for them because it could sweep them and go our way. But this is the line right before the daily fair value gap. This one. This is the daily fair value gap down here. So let's see who's going to be stronger. So far, we're stronger. We're in profit. Again, I would not trade 12 micros like this. My site glitched and filled me 3 times, but didn't show up on my chart. So next time I know I set an order, just refresh right after. Don't stop. Stop out. Rip. I held too long. What were you in? Sells or were you in buys? I needed better execution. You're in buys or you're in sells? Cause I'm in buys and I'm not stopped out. I saw 2 entries though. There's entry for sales, entry for buys, and I feel like I got in buys obviously before the entry for sales, but I feel like the bias of overall, we've been running up to the same high point. Buys 936 reverse. Yeah, I moved my stop loss. My stop loss was gonna stop me out at that. Well, no, I don't trade until 9:45, so I wouldn't have got stopped out. But I got in above this candle close, but my shit glitched, so I got in later. And then I had my stop loss here for it to stop me out, but I moved it to, the swing low before the reversal. And then we do have a turtle soup of the 2 a.m. candle. That's what these pink lines are for the sells. I'll actually mark those out. ES still looks like it's pushing higher too. That's why I have my bearish. bias. So my trade, and I'm gonna mark out my shitty entry because that's what it would have been. So the stop loss is disgusting. My trade is here. Not a great risk reward. However, the turtle soup of the 2 a.m. candle is above this pink line. So you probably would have got in on my entry to the downside for this fair value gap. And this is the stop loss. Oh yeah, it's below. So this is the turtle soup, and they're not stopped out until we break these. But there's equal highs here. So I'm like, there's equal highs. And if we aim for this hour fair value gap, we're going up. So we're right now these two trades are fighting it out. Until we break above this trade is still valid. Until we break below this, my trade is still valid. So let me know who y'all think is stronger. This trade is just liquidity to liquidity CRT, and this is me just looking at an overall time frame target instead of just taking the thing. I'm still confident we're going higher. I just got stopped out in the process. Yeah, that shit sucks. Hurts my soul, honestly. And then sometimes, yeah, you get like a shitty risk to reward like this, but this is probably risking like so much money. But again, it's paper trading, so. But yeah, once we saw, this was 8:30. And again, I'll show you in the 4 hour what we're looking at. So like I said, in the 4 hour, I think we're going higher because we have equal highs. And then we have this, we were trying to hit all last week. We just ran up all last week, and I thought we were gonna hit that, but we did not, and we're stupid close to it. And then the sell trade is regular CRT of just marking the high and low of a candle, waiting for it to get swept, which is swept at like 8:30, and then taking it to the downside. So that's the sell trade. That's why I'm saying we'll see which one is stronger. Just the regular CRT, liquidity to liquidity, or me looking at overall time frame. However, like I said, the daily is kind of bearish. I don't really look at the daily to chart my shit, but because again, we have, how is there 6 hours left in the daily chart? Don't piss me off. Doesn't make any sense. But 6 hours left, so it could come up here, sweep us out, which I hope, and then go down. I literally was stopped at break even, but I took some re-entries. Good for you. Yeah, daily is kind of bearish though, so I'm like, these two trades are really fighting it out. And the sells might win. Because this is the top of the daily fair value gap. The sells look like they're winning. So if you got back in buys, I don't know if you should have done that. And not stopped out yet, but I'm about to be. Not stopped out yet. Close. Because really, and this is why they say you wait for the 6 a.m. candles to close before you get in, honestly. That's what they say. Because I got in before this candle had closed. Technically, you'd be trading at 10 a.m. now. I didn't wait for this candle to close because this candle was the one that came up and then wicked back down into the zone. That's why I was like, the sell trade is definitely valid as well. And the ES hasn't hit those highs either yet, so if you're in that sell trade, you're getting your buying power back. But again, we're still battling it out in this range. If you had back in buys, I don't know, sir. And stopped out. So we're out of our trade. So the sells were stronger. The turtle soup sell trade was the stronger trade of the CRT range. And then it looked like we can push to keep going to this daily for value gap. I should look at the daily. If you're gonna trade CRT, you gotta start looking at the daily too, because the daily was bearish as fuck. So yeah, that is the trade. That is the trade here. a beautiful turtle soup. We didn't get any inverted for value gaps. We did get ours was the tap and it closed above it. So this is the trade we lost. Boom. And this is the seller power. You said we were trading against each other. It was just equal powers. Well, I'm done anyway. I got whacked. Yeah, I feel that. So we didn't hit the take profit of this, and that's why I want to back test tonight. Because like I said, there's so many CRT ranges. I want to back test what's the better one. Is it this 269, 2610, which I guess is what it is? Or like sometimes it's a few candles. Sometimes the hour candle will come and sweep this, because this is technically a range too. This midnight candle, and that's the range I was thinking about. We're going down, we're coming back up to here. But it was looking like just the 2 a.m. one was stronger. The 2 a.m., for those who need to see it, was this candle range, 2 a.m., 6 to 10, swept the buy side, and then you want to get in at the sell side. And we haven't took it out yet. So even though we lost our trade, that trade could have been a liquidity sweep to go our way. So that's why I want to see how this plays out. So I'm going to stay on and see how this plays out. Obviously, we haven't had any extra setups. I'll get back in if I see a setup. But this is the turtle soup trade. And this is the trade that, what is that? What did I lose? I just want to see what I lost. $1,200. That's actually not that bad for 12 fucking contracts. That must be a small move. Sometimes it's small. I mean, it looks big because I zoomed in, but it is really small. $1,200 is not that bad for 12 contracts. I've lost $1,200 on 4 micros, so that would have been a nice risk to reward, honestly. And we're still not at the take profit for the sales, but it is a nice turtle soup. You got a little market structure shift here. So yeah, next time we'll do, especially when we back test tonight, we'll look at the daily when we do our CRT as well. So I lost that trade. I did call this trade. Like I said, that's why I said I don't swear everyone should live trade with me. Obviously, you would want to live trade with someone who's actually like profitable and a millionaire. However, like I did call the sell trade after I seen it happen afterwards. So it's looking like the 2 a.m. CRT candle. We can even, if y'all want, we could just back test that right now. But I want to see if this is going to hit this TP. We can back test a little bit just to stay on the live if I don't want to wait till tonight. But basically, it's this is a 4-hour chart. It's you're seeing how many times the 2-hour candle is swept on the low side and then runs and takes out buy side like it did here. So it's giving 2 a.m., 6 a.m., fuck that midnight candle, and seeing how often it comes, sweeps one side, goes to the other, sweeps this side, goes to the other. And I think we'll back test that tonight, which is, we still didn't hit this TP, so we're not even getting off the chart until we hit this TP. Yes, we lost, but if you caught that sell trade, which I almost got back in, and also one thing too about prop firms and shit, like sometimes, like say you're out of a trade, right? You're in a trade, you can't do double trades. It's against the rules, which I see why, but also you can see if you're in a range which one is gonna hit. It would suck for this to not hit TP and then take us out, let's liquidity sweep and go against us. I mean, go our way and go against the sells. But I just want to see if the sells got some nice volatility today, not gonna lie. Yeah, no, this is a typical 8:30 a.m. reversal from a 1 hour for value gap. So again, though, the target is here. So I wanted to inverse. That's why I should wait for that inverse, or That's why you have to have a bias a little bit. Like you can't just trade inverted value gaps. You can't just trade CRT because CRT with my bias was wrong. However, inverted value gap like we're bearish, but it's still looking like even the daily was bearish. But again, 6 hours this could. But in 6 hours this could be a blue candle that closed up here. That's why I'm like, again, indecisive on the 4 hour. But I do hope it takes this TP. If it doesn't, then it's just a day we both lost, which sucks. If we both lose, bears and bulls, the market is just playing with us. The banks are laughing at us. I don't like that. But yeah, it's still not. It's still pushing up higher, but we still got a gap. Stop losses above these highs, which is a better risk to reward anyway, too. The CRT turtle soup, risking a 1 to 3.5 versus our other one was like a 1 to 1 to 1.4. It was not nice. We did close above that though on the SPY, but I should look at the daily. Like if we back test this one played out nicely. What did the daily look at? And then you have a little more patience. See, the daily is so indecisive. That's why I'm like, don't piss me off. But yeah, so first of all, there is no wick on this candle. So I don't know why I marked it. But so basically the 2 a.m. candle is a strong one. Usually the liquidity sweep should happen at 8:30 or 9:30 because you don't want to wait till 10 o'clock candle. Even though the 10 o'clock candle opened here, so you could have got an entry here, but you kind of want to get your entry up here. And let's see what that looks like. 8 a.m. Yeah, we wouldn't have got that entry at 8 a.m. We might have got a, if we're back testing. 8 a.m. Yeah, we would have got an entry on ours, but our stop loss would have been, it would have, I mean, the movement isn't big at all, but so I'm like, sometimes the candles are too small, or you could enter off this, but then take it to this liquidity or this liquidity. So you can enter off CRT and then take it to get like a nice risk reward like this. You know what I'm saying? Use it, abuse it. Oh, no one has won. It's looking like it's about to take us both out, and my bias being right. But this was a swing low. So if it came and stopped this out and stopped it out by a lot, that's just not on me. Or it could have been this low, but that is the market maker. So and if it inverts this, we have to invert the hourly. So it's looking like my bias is right, but this still would have been a nice trade though. You just would have sold, even if you sold like here. Or even like you're still like, you could sell all the way up to, like the stop loss is so tight, you could have just sold when this came back a little bit. So I'm not mad at that sell trade, but it not hitting TP is crazy. But it still could hit TP. Let's see. We're back testing this tonight. Also thought about back testing the strategy I used to trade a little bit, which is the silver bullet fair value gap. But they also talk about it on a higher time frame, not just the 5 minute. But like you wait for it between 10 and 11 and you take it in a direction. But maybe we'll backtest that like another day. I thought about backtesting that tonight, but I want to perfect this CRT because I'm seeing things. Today just might be a day where it wants to trade sideways on us and not give us what we want. But I think if we hit this sell, it will be a successful CRT learning day. That's what I was talking about. You gotta stick to one. Stick to one what? Stick to one strategy. I am sticking to one strategy, but I'm just trying to see if CRT lines up with my macros. Yeah, that's all. CRT is just knowing where the candle's going. It's not a new strategy. That's the thing about ICT. Obviously, there's a lot of ICT strategies, but they all go together. Now, if I just went to trading like breaker blocks or some shit, no. Like the CRT is the reason why I bought that buy after inverted value gap. That's what I'm saying. And I'm just saying, is it better to take it liquidity to the 2 a.m. candle, or is it better to take it all the way to the highs of overall day? That's all. I'm not trading a new strategy. I'm just seeing if CRT will help us get better entries on our already strategy. That's all I'm saying. You sound like your room is big. All right, I guess. My room is big, and I'm in Mexico in a stone room, so I might have echo. So if we get stopped out here, our bias is right. But yeah, I'm not trading strategies. CRT is just helping you catch the big move of the day. And it lines up with the 6 a.m. candle closes at 10. If we trade the 950 to 1010 macros, it should help us know if we're getting in buys or sells. That's all I'm saying. I'm not switching strategies. Do you have Twitter? I'll follow you. I'm pretty transparent on mine. Yeah, I do have a Twitter. It's Wealth Rockstar because wealth building does not fit. Wealth Rockstar. This was another day. But yeah, Wealth Rockstar. You can follow me. I usually tweet while I'm trading, but now that I've been live trading, I haven't tweeted as much. But usually people are on there talking about the trades they took. Yeah, but see, just CRT, if it happens in our time frame, that's why I just wanted to maybe help us catch better entries. I'm not trading a new strategy. That's the thing about ICT. The good thing about ICT, all of them go together. So we have this macro. He said 945 to 1015. I do 950 to 1010. He gives a 30-minute macro. But yeah, I'm just seeing if CRT, because it's looking like our bias was stronger. So the 2 a.m. candle strategy was not stronger. But you see how I'm saying? See how you were confident in buys, I was confident in buys? And maybe CRT means we would have waited for the 10 o'clock candle to form because you would have caught the bottom of the 10 a.m. candle. We would have caught this wick and then entered. Because you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? That's all I'm trying to do is seeing how we can get better entries and not faked out as much. Because also with CRT, people just trade the 9 a.m. candle. And that's a silver bullet strategy that T-Trades used to use. That's why he said he got funded. He waits for the 9 a.m. candle to close. He waits for a buy side to get swept and then gets in on the other one. So let's clear all the drawings on both sides. It is a little indecisive, and that's all. I know you're like jumping strategy. I'm not. I'm trading ICT and I'm trying to get the best. As a beginner, I'm trying to get the best thing I could just trade every day without thinking about it. I don't want to come in and do all this higher time frame. I mean, obviously I have to do higher time frame. I want to come in and I want to be like at 950 to 1010. I trade this, and if it doesn't happen, I don't trade. Versus like just trying to trade every move. You know what I'm saying? I want to catch one thing at one time every day. So I'm just trying to see what will help us catch that. And we're getting closer. As you see, we've been backtesting. As you see on my lives, we're getting so much closer. So for hourly CRT, we swept sell side. So then we would have had a better entry for our buys. And then also target, like I said, is here. And that's the thing about trading too. Your bias can be right and it can just come and just stop you out for some stupid ass reason and go your way. And even then, the liquidity sweep is not even, it's strong, but till we break these highs, that sell trade is still strong. So that's why I'm just seeing what I want to see. Like every day at 10, are we trading the liquidities of the 2 a.m. candle, or are we trading the liquidities of the 9 a.m. candle? That's really what I'm trying to figure out, and CRT is going to help me do that. That's all, Tay. I'm not trading different strategies. And as a trader, you have to evolve. If what I was doing is not making me profitable, why would I keep trading it? I need to refine it somehow, some way. But thank you for the follow on Twitter. It's kind of like when you trade liquidity to liquidity, and people say, hey, try order blocks instead of value entries. It's not a new strategy. It's just adding whatever your strategy is, and you're just entering off like one, like you're switching one little entry or one little bias or one little this. Okay, ES is pushing, so we might, like I said, get an SMT, or they're both gonna push. And I would love for it to push and go all the way up all day. So it's giving, my overall bias was right so far. Even though we got stopped out. That was my stop loss. We got faked out on the 5 minute, so I can't imagine how many fake outs there were on the 1 minute chart. If we're getting faked out on the 5 minute. We did bounce off a 1 hour for value gap. So that could have been your trade too, if, like I said, if we're all trading ICT again. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's no strategy. There's so many ways to trade this. If you could enter off this for value gap, just take it to this liquidity. If that was how you want to trade, you're still bearish, you just take it to that liquidity. A lot of gurus you'll see on Twitter, they'll take those trades, those small trades, because they're risking more money and they're making more money. So they'll just take this tap to here and they're done. And if their stop loss is tight, you know, then it's a nice, you know, 1 to 3, 1 to 4, like, so that's not a bad trade. That's what you took. And I've said that sometimes. Sometimes if my take profit, like our take profit was technically down here for the sell trade, if it doesn't hit, I'll sometimes move my stop loss or take profit to just the liquidity that was made after I got in the trade sometimes. So there's that. But I just want to see who's stronger. I'm still holding out for this one. I'm gonna mark it pink, like I said, because I want to see. That's my thing. I want to see. If you look at the market correctly, you'll see your setup aligned with a lot of theories a lot of the time. I agree, but sometimes my entry and stuff is not. That's what I said I want to see. Like, so, see how we both got stopped out and we're buys and we're strong. Maybe, like I said, the CRT at 9 a.m. would have helped us enter after 9 a.m. close. You see what I'm saying? I'm just trying to see. I want something that's not going to stop me out. But I'm right, because that's what's been happening to me. I've been right, and I get stopped out. That's why I'm saying CRT is just higher time frame candle patterns. So I just want to see, is the 2 a.m. 4-hour candle stronger, or is the 9 a.m. 1-hour candle stronger, or is, you know, us just trading our macros stronger, which, again, wasn't that strong. You see what I'm saying? I'm not switching my strategy. You just have to add other things in to help you. Because I want to get to a point where me and you, Tay, every day are just like, boom, we caught this turtle soup. We caught the bottom of the trade. And that's how I want to trade. I want to catch the bottom. Maybe if we traded ES, we would have caught that shit. I have left ES in the dust. But sometimes I'm like, dang, did I leave it too soon? It's more beginner friendly. But if you'd have caught like the turtle soup here, and this is 4 hour. This is a CRT. This is what I thought was gonna happen on NQ. We got some indecisiveness on NQ. I was confident in bullish, and I was confident in the CRT doing like multiple candles, not like a 1, 2, 3, the third candle going right to it. But I was confident in this wick going up. That's what I was confident in, like this wick, and then going up, and it both going up. But see, on NQ we got these long ass wicks to stop us out. Versus ES kind of just went up. This is what I wanted on NQ. That's why I was confident in my overall bias. And that's why I want to see, this is the, candle. This is the 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. candle. So I just want to see, like, which one is stronger. Like, should we be marking the highs of the 2 a.m. candle or just marking this candle and trading our macros off of that? That's all I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make it so easy that we're not getting stopped out. I'm just trying to make it where, boom, 9 a.m. candle or the 4 hour 6 a.m. candle was swept, turtle soup, we're in it, we're catching it. And then even here, if it didn't hit our full TP, we got liquidity sweep right here, we could target easy trade. You know what I'm saying? Even though regular ICT people, can trade. You could have took sells. We could have took buys. We're clearly in a range. But like I said, we want to catch like that big 4-hour candle, especially because we're ICT traders, right? You're an ICT trader. You know, this is an hour. Like, this is a move we could catch. Like, these are big things. That's why, like, CRT just lets you try to catch, like, the wicks and take it one way, or the wicks take it the other way. That's all CRT is. It's not a new strategy. It's like just trying to catch the full 4-hour move, trying to catch this 4-hour move. That's all it is. And this is the 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. candle. So that we might not have caught, but we would have maybe caught this nice move down. I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm just trying to get shit really simplified for me, so I know, like, every day, if it doesn't, I want to get something where if it doesn't happen, I don't care. But I want something that happens the most. Whatever strategy happens the most, I want to trade it, and then if it doesn't happen, I don't care. That's what I'm trying to figure out. So I'm trying to figure out if the 9 a.m. candle happens more than the 2 a.m. candle, then I'm going to trade the 9 a.m. candle. And if it is a 2 a.m. candle one day, I don't care. I didn't trade it. I don't care. That's what I'm trying to get to. That's all. It's the same strategy. I'm just trying to make sure on the higher time frame, which I usually don't do. I just want to catch a full 1 hour of 4 a.m. candle. And if it's 10 to 11, I prefer it to be the 10 to 11 candle. That's all. And again, we're still in this range. We have not broken out this range. We got stopped out. So we could still be wrong, very much so. You can't just go in with a super bias. Like, the market gonna tell you where it wants to go. That's all I'm saying. So I could just let this play and come back at night when we back test and mark how it played out. And we'll talk about all the options. But maybe ES was just a stronger play. Let's see what ES did. So this was the midnight candle. Close below. Because see, that's the thing about CRT is what I be telling people. It could just be 3 candles. It could be a liquidity to liquidity. It could be 4 like this. It could be a range that was made and then it goes to the other side. ES took it out. This is the 2 a.m. candle, 6 a.m. candle. So let's see what we would have got on our macros. Probably not shit, honestly, because it looks crazy. 8:30. Yeah, we wouldn't have got anything anyway. The move wasn't even big enough. Yeah, it just wasn't. That's what I'm saying about ES. The move wasn't even big enough. This would have been a nice fat move on NQ. But I guess if you got in at 8:30, but then you still would have been stopped out by this fucking 10-20 candle. So today's just a day that it's not good, but it looks good. Oh yeah, I think that was this candle. Because we get on later. So this is the London. So you got in London. That's why people are like, I don't trade London. If you got in London, you would have just been riding this wave. It would have, usually London, you want to stop before New York starts. But like, this just continued London. And then 8 a.m. was already way up here. So it just wasn't our day. But like I said, I want to see what happens. I might get off. But I'm hoping it's a 9 o'clock one better. Cause say even if our bias is bearish, right? Our bias is not bearish, bullish. The 9 a.m. still, you want to sweep the sell side to go higher. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna see tonight how this plays out. I'm gonna mark all the ranges, and some people do. I seen a video on YouTube. Don't watch videos about this on YouTube because no one knows what the fuck they're talking about. People trade it on Twitter and they talk about it a little easier on Twitter, but no one knows what they're talking about. It's Johnny may have explained it better, maybe the best, but when you watch YouTube videos on this, these people sound insane and they don't know how to explain anything. And again, that's why you have to just see it on the chart. We didn't really hit it until we hit it once, like a week ago. We back tested it and we saw it. That's when we noticed it in real time. Someone in the chat was like, try CRT. And I was like, I don't even know how to see it. And then we just back tested it and then we saw it. But then last night, we back tested it and we had one loss. I had like 10 to 12 trades. And I was like, hold on. So I just want to see, for me, because people keep thinking I'm switching strategies. I'm not. I just want to see what candle is the best of us trying to catch in our macros, or what's going to set us up for the best trade of the day for the macros is all I'm trying to see. That's all. So I'm trying to see if it's marking the 2 a.m. candle is what we base our range off of, the 2 to 6 a.m. Is it the 6 to 10 a.m. candle we base our range off of, which would line up with the 9 a.m. candle. So I think that is the candle. If you're trying to find what aligns with your strategy, what happens the most frequent? You're trying to find, exactly, that's what I'm trying to see. So I'm trying to make it easy to where, because see, as beginner traders, we love to like, it's hard to like not take a trade when your setup isn't there. So I'm trying to find a strategy that I know happens so often, the 1 or 2 days it's not there, I don't trade it. And I haven't had a strategy like that yet. Like when something's not there, I'm like, ooh, how could I have taken that? You know what I'm saying? And that's what kind of stirred me away from profitability instead of just taking the silver bullet, just taking something. So I want to find something though. I'm still trying to find something that works with my emotions, because people are like, if you're a beginner and you're emotional, don't trade. Like how you learn how to trade and how you learn to handle your emotions if you don't fucking trade, dummies. So I'm trying to find, like I said, yeah, a strategy that like every day we mark this 9-hour candle. Every day we mark, you know, the 2 a.m. candle. And then if it doesn't sweep the sell side or buy side in reverse, we don't even give a fuck. That's all I'm trying to find. Yeah. So we'll back test that tonight. And again, today's just a day, it just was shitty for all candles, all time frames. But yeah, that's all I want to catch. Because really, especially if you're an ICT trader or even a price action trader or a supply and demand trader, you want to catch these candles. Like that's all time frames are. Yes, we trade on the 5, but your goal is to catch, you know, the 1 hour, the 4-hour candle. And we as ICT traders know power of 3, you want to get in above here and you want to take it all the way down to here. Like that's just how we trade. So it lines up with our strategy. You just want to make sure your time frames are lined up, because time and price is important. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to catch these big ass candles every day at 10 o'clock and go home. So if I need to catch it based off of this candle, or catch it based off this candle, or catch it based off this candle, I need to know. I'm really thinking it is the 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. But then that means we don't even take a trade till 10, like silver bullet hour. That's what that means. And I guess that's why it makes sense why ICT said silver bullet and no daily bias. But silver bullet has not been happening as much as it should, or it'll happen later in the hour, which is still fine. But that's technically, because even here, we didn't even get it. We got, I mean, we did, if you would have waited for this buy side to be swept, you could have took it down a little bit. However, we took, I think I charted this trade, and it was a buy day to go up. That's why I'm like, I don't want to base it off these candles. I want to have a higher time frame analysis, because Friday we did take this trade, and we took it off an inverted for value gap, I'm pretty sure, and we were right. Yeah, so we were right, which that was a blue candle. So that, I'm lying, that was a blue candle. So that was obviously a buy day to here. So you want to take it. So basically, if you're still in this, Tay, on Friday, that CRT would have been us entering here instead of me entering way up here. It would have been me waiting for 10 a.m. candle to start. We tapped into the fair value gap. My stop loss could have been tighter, even though it would have been the same stop loss I should have had up here. I had my stop loss right below here instead of having it down here like I should have. But my entry would have been better. Entry would have been here, and that was the blue candle. That's what I'm saying. So that was just this blue candle. I hate when it does this. I was just there, and then when I go back to the 4 hour, you're going to take me like 6 days behind. So we caught the trade perfectly, but we just got a better entry. So you would have just tried to catch the candle at this wick and then take it up, and then it obviously kept going up for us. But it didn't go to the daily high like people thought. It went just to this high. Bias usually right. Exactly. Execution. My execution is bad and my bias is so right. That's why I'm like, I'm trying to figure out how we master that. And I was saying, like, CRT technically, you know, you'll catch something. Obviously you would have wanted it to sweep liquidity technically, but we already knew, because we already knew we swept liquidity on Friday at this was a liquidity sweep. And that's why some people didn't take trades that day, because this is internal. But sometimes, like I said, it can reverse off internal, and it's still a pullback. So then this 4-hour candle, we didn't need to sweep the 9 a.m. candle liquidity. We just need to catch the bottom of the 10 a.m. candle and ride it to the top of the 10 a.m. candle. That's all. So 10 a.m. was here. Because that's honestly could be a strategy too. I mean, 10 a.m. already started kind of low, kind of high. You basically want 10 a.m. open, and you want it to come below the open. You know, like a power of 3. So it came below, and now you got a fat ass turtle soup. I mean, it's not fat at all, but your stop loss is stupid tight, and then we took it to the other side. So that could be that could be a new strategy, and I could make that can be my strategy. I might coin that to be the new ICT golden strategy, and I'm gonna be the new guru telling people how to do that. But that's all I'm trying to catch. Like, I'm trying to catch the full candle in a time frame and turtle soup in it. And you can turtle soup off a 1 hour, a 15-minute, like any candle. And since we trade the macro, it's going to be the 10 a.m. candle, most likely. I do. If you trade the 9:30, I found like trading at 9:30 because you're in the middle of a candle. Whatever candle you're in, unless like an hour candle, you're in the middle. A 4 hour, you're in the middle, unless you're in a 30-minute or 15-minute, but you're in the middle of a candle. But we just want to catch this off like these nice turtle soups, like if we expected this candle to go lower, we would have wanted it to come above and then break below, for the power of 3. That's all. But it's looking like we were right today. If ES is pushing though, so let's see if NQ is pushing. NQ is pushing, so we were right. You sellers have lost. You are officially stopped out, I'm pretty sure. Yes, sellers are officially stopped out, so this sucks. We both lost, and I hate days like this when we both lose. However, that was a decent trade, I think, to take and just get out. I wouldn't have been mad at that trade as a seller, especially because the risk reward is tight. So we were right. So that 2 a.m. candle was not stronger. So now we know. And now we know that 6 to 9 a.m. candle was stronger, and we probably should be trading now. It sucks to move back to 10 o'clock, but if we get a candle close and we run up, we would have caught this turtle soup. That's what we would have caught. We would have caught this turtle soup and we would have been right, Tay. We would have made hella money, and we would have the tightest stop loss, which is nice. And then we would have taken it all the way up to here. And let's see if that plays out for a 1 to fucking 10. And you know how we would have known that? CRT, you see what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, it's not a new strategy. It's just showing us, yeah, we were right. So we'll talk about this tonight live, and I will back test this 9 a.m. candle for CRT. I said it yesterday, we did CRT with a 1 hour PO3. I did say that. Because again, you want to get the bottom of the 10 a.m. candle as well, or the top of it if we're lining up. That's all I'm doing. So it's looking good. It's looking good for us. It just sucked. It just hurt. I was confident. I'll mark out. I have to journal this, so I need to mark out what I did when I journal, and then mark out what I learned from the trade. You always do that. So I got in at this candle close, even though my entry was better because of, a glitch. We got stopped out. This is what I say about getting at 932. Yes, sometimes a 930 candle will just shoot your way. This was, see, 930, 945. This is a 930 candle, actually. So it's given like it wants to go up. Came down and stopped your ass out. 930 candle was kind of bullish. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I had to stop trading at 930 because it just kept stopping out. So I want to find, the entry that's going to get us where we need to be. And look at this, 1 to 10. You could have full ported your account on this type of shit. That's what I want to catch, this turtle soup. Turtle soup is one of those ones, it's like how people talk about how like trading is gambling. It's not gambling, but a turtle soup setup, the stop loss is so small you can gamble. You shouldn't, but if you wanted to, I don't know why my brightness goes down. Take out my charger. If you wanted to risk a little more, you would still be risking. You probably would have risked less, risking more on this trade than risking safe on this trade. You see what I'm saying? This is how I journal. I'll show y'all. Take a screenshot. Some people do it in Notion, which Notion is better, but I feel like it has a learning curve with Notion. And I love Google Sheets. And I do every red slide is a red news day. So I know how to like check how news reacts. And then I have yellow slides when I have to like make new rules for myself. So this was the first time I made rules for myself. And then this was after Friday. And about not being scared of big stop losses. And then I've put I used to type news at the top here, but now I just put the screenshot at the top. No red folder news, and then you do Monday, August 19th. And then technically I did lose $1,200 on paper trading. And then at the top I put if it's paper trading, or funded account. So if I don't put anything at the top, that means I traded my live account. So if there's nothing at the top, because basically if I'm trading live, I don't care about my funded account like this. You know what I'm saying? I just trade my live account because that's the main account. And then if I get funded, I get funded. If I don't, I don't. And if I'm focusing on paper trading and funded, you'll know I'm in like a learning period. And then I'm back comfortable, I go back to just trading live. And then I trade live. I don't care about the funded because I'm making money on the live. I'm gonna get funded eventually, and if I'm losing money on the live, I just need to not keep losing my own money and go back to funded where I can lose. You know, I can like paper trade a little bit. So we'll see at the end of the day if this hits us. I think so, and we're gonna practice that. We're gonna back test 9 a.m. candle high. 4 hours, 6 a.m. candle high and low, and how often it plays out on CRT. That's what we're gonna do. Again, this could still go against us again and not hit this. So we're gonna let that run for the rest of the day. I don't think there's any point in us staying on the chart for that, unless you want to stay on the chart for that. But it's looking good. And then tonight we'll talk about all the things we saw and how we can execute this better, and then we'll back test this. We'll back test this better, and then I might start getting on the chart at 9:55 now, or 9:50 instead of 9:45, just to trade after 10 o'clock. Because what was this? Yeah, this was 10:15, 10:20, the turtle soup. Now, this is how most people trade, so I'll see y'all tonight at 8, and it's looking good, though. And, yeah, we'll backtest this, and we'll perfect it. We're getting close. We're getting so close. And we're getting to a point where September, October, price action is so good. Well, it was last year for me. That's why I got profitable so fast. That I hope that comes back, and then we can all just eat for Christmas. So I'll see y'all tonight. We're going to backtest this, and, you know, obviously our strategy is to get on the fair value gap tap, but, you know, if you don't actually turtle soup, that's still the entry. But it's looking good. It's looking like it's going our way. So we were right. We just have to, you know, see what strategy or how we can get better entries. So see y'all later. 2 new followers. Okay, let's go. Took a loss. Entering off of a fair value gap, IFEG, to go higher. Got stopped out and then went my way. So by today, CRT the 6 to 10 a.m. 4-hour candle and 9 a.m. 1-hour candle are the strong ones to base CRT out of. The 2 to 4 a.m. candle and the 2 to I had based it off the 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. candle and was ready to continue higher, but the 10 a.m. candle stopped me out and gave a nice turtle soup entry that was flawless to my TP. Oh, sorry, YouTube. I did not stop the stream.